Yo, I'm Nick from the Prototypes, and you're listening to Bass Island.
I'm so happy to welcome one of the members of the Prototypes here in Milan. First time in Milan, right?
It is, yeah, it's our first time, yeah.
Excited?
Very excited, yeah.
Okay, so tell us a bit about your last remix collab with Fleur. How did that come about?
We got an offer from Strictly Rhythm, which is the label that it's on, and we really like the track anyway, because we know Culture Shock, and it's a great, like, the track's really well produced, and yeah, it was just a track that jumped out at us straight away, and we thought we could do something cool with it, and hopefully we've managed to do that, yeah.
Absolutely. And tell us something about yourself and your past. How and when did you guys meet up and start producing together?
We've been like good friends for 10 years or so, and we met maybe 2003, 2004, and we were both kind of doing our solo stuff. And it wasn't until 2007 that we decided to put our heads together and kind of, yeah, and the Prototypes came about, and the rest is kind of history, really. We made one track and then it's just spiraled and gone on and on and on. So.
Absolutely, yeah, your rise have been really fast, really quick, but extremely well deserved. A few months after your debut EP on Shogun, Born to Rise, you have released Pandora and Abyss, and let's say a year after your debut EP, you released Suffocate and Habitation. So, how much time do you spend in the studio, and how do you like to work together? Who does what?
Okay, we're in the studio like every day together. Like a lot of duos will do, like individually they'll work on stuff, but we kind of work on absolutely everything together. And yeah, Chris is very musical. So like he'll come up with little riffs and ideas, and I'm kind of more of like the straight up dance floor drum and bass head, and yeah, we combine the two and it kind of works really well, yeah.
Would you, if I ask you what's the most important thing in a track, could you pick one thing that's really fundamental in each track that has to be right in place?
Not really so much on a production tip, but the track's got to have a vibe, so it's got to be something instantly that people can pick up on, because there's a lot of good drum and bass out there, but a lot of it kind of sounds the same. Yeah. So you've got to have something in there that kind of makes people listen and go, wow, I like that. But more on the production side of things, it's all about mix downs of the track. So, because you can have a great tune, but if the mix down's wrong, then it's going to sound awful to someone listening to it who might potentially sign the tune, or in a club, people will hear it and it might not sound very good.
Absolutely. And what do you use to produce?
We're on Cubase 6. Yeah, so we've always used Cubase. We both use Logic as well, but yeah, Cubase is 99% of our stuff.
Any favorite plugins?
Favorite plugins at the moment, Reactor, which is what we're using a lot, and Razor is a synth that we're using a lot. Yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are kind of kicking us on and giving us more of a futuristic sound at the moment.
Can you tell us something more like specific, some tips on layering the basses? I know many producers always want to know that, like some tips for young producers.
Yeah. Okay, not so much layering bass, but for example, in Cascade, we had a big riff before the drop, which I'm sure people know. And it's got to be layered, so there's got to be a bottom to so more of like the bottom end, the sub to the lead, and a mid-range to it as well. So you might have to layer it up 3 or 4 times in order to get that fatness. But it's important to do that, because otherwise, when you play it on a loud system, it's just going to get lost.
Yeah. Any upcoming gigs you want to tell us about, and any upcoming releases?
Yeah, we've just started our album. I'm going to play a new tune tonight, actually.
Wow.
So yeah, it's only the second time. It's the first single off the album, and that'll be out at the end of the year, hopefully. So yeah, excited about that, and we're touring Australia, New Zealand next month, and America and Canada as well. So yeah, it's all go, yeah.
Lots of gigs lined up. Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much. We really can't wait to see you tonight.
No problem. Thank you. Cheers.
Great.